So we're just really excited to bring this opportunity down to South Texas. It's a very unique school that's purposely aimed to serve adults between the ages of 18 and 50. We take a lot of things into account. We grandfathered their graduation. So if students were in high school back in 2002, we grandfather that clause and then also give them credit for anything they've already earned back in high school. So we leverage all that we can to support the students for them to graduate.
And I'm really curious about the name. Where did the name come from?
So the PossAble Dream Foundation is actually a foundation that is focused on people's abilities. So it's PossAble instead of possible.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And tell me a little bit about what the culture is like here.
So we always want to make sure that we keep three things in mind. One, that the student feels that they belong. Two, that they're safe, and three, that they're wanted. So in that, we want to make sure that we create a positive environment when they're, like I said, that they're welcome. This is something that many times it's important for us to ensure that students, when they return to school, previously it wasn't a good experience for them. So we want to make sure that it becomes a good experience and kind of building that trust and confidence in students again to return to school.
Mm-hmm. And currently, your Brownsville campus is located here at TSC. But is there any plans to have your own physical campus?
Well, when you look at this type of setting, actually the best kind of practice or best practice is to actually house it at an IHE because the convenience is there of students just walking down the hallway and then get to engage into an industry-based certification. So you remove that barrier of transportation immediately. So this is actually the best kind of setting for these students.
Right. Yeah. And do you guys offer any transportation?
Yes, we do. So currently we're working with Valley Transit. And so we pay for the students. We have very few students that need transportation. And so because in the Valley, the culture is everybody has their own car and drives themselves everywhere. But for those students who do need, we've worked with Valley Transit on getting students a 21-day pass or a 30-day pass for them to commute to and from to school.
And how do you expect for you guys to grow within the next year?
So we believe we're going to continue to grow. One of the things we did get permission in our designation from TEA to service this year up to 900 students. And so in the 900, we've had already over 1,000 pre-register. The work comes in when you reach back out to the students and then have conversations about convincing them to return to school, that we're going to provide them all that kind of support. So it's kind of like they want to take the step, but then it's also us convincing them to take the step. So the work in the last 4 months has been reaching out to students who showed interest and pre-registered. The other barrier we face is acquiring their transcripts from high school. So we return back to the high schools. Many of these high schools have them back in warehouses because it's been 20 years ago. So they have to go to the warehouse and get the students' transcripts and so forth. So those little challenges have surfaced here and there, but it's nothing that we can't overcome and nothing that we're not used to either. So.
And speaking about challenges, what do you think has been the biggest challenge opening up this campus in Brownsville?
Really, I guess the challenge has been maybe to get the word out to students about the opportunity. That's kind of been at the other location, we're close to about 250. And at this location, we're just at 65. So we know that the population's here. Census shows that there's a need for this kind of work. I really feel it's just us getting the word out. And then letting them know that we're flexible, that we know that they're adults that are trying to balance school and home, family, and then now work also, right? So us teaching them about that juggling and time management and so forth, and that it can be done.
Yeah. And what has been the feedback that you've received from students?
Once they're here and they believe in the work and they start seeing the support, they're just ecstatic. They cannot believe, and they're very grateful. One of the things that we've seen so much of is grateful for the opportunity. I don't think any of them has taken it for granted. Once they step in here and we coach them on like, this is something you can do, you overcome. We have student support coaches, success coaches that remove those barriers. Anything that students might maybe not know how to address the barrier, our student success coaches support them in removing those kinds of barriers.
And for a student that may want to join the PossAble Adult Dream High School, what would the enrollment process look like?
So all they need to do is just come in, one thing, or if they can go to our website, it's at www.thepossabledream.net. They can pre-register there. Within about 24 to 48 hours, they'll get a call from one of our student success coaches. Sometimes the principals or the site coordinators make the call themselves, and then just tell them like, hey, what's your situation? What do you need? What is it that you're lacking? And many of the times they don't remember, and some do. They know exactly, I'm missing these 3 classes and one state exam. So we have that conversation with them, bring them in, present to them the different opportunities and sessions there are here. So it's just a matter of reaching out, and then they'll take over.
And do you get a lot of students who have issues with maybe immigration status who want to join the school but are unsure?
So this is not something that we do for immigration. We just ask for students to bring in their transcripts, but it's not something that we look at. Really, we take like any other institute, educational institute, is just bringing the students in and supporting them to where they're at.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's all the questions I had.
Good. I hope I answered that one right. Yeah.
But is there anything else you'd like to add, or something you feel like I didn't ask you?
So maybe just students, if you're interested in coming to school and think that it's not something that's possible, it is possible at the PossAble Dream. Take the chance, make the phone call, get online, just reach out, and we'll show you how easy this is done. It's within reach. Many of the times we think it isn't, but it is. So just make the call, and we'll support them in what they need.